Good evening from Kinross High School, where we just had a tremendous Wee Alba Book meeting, the 56th such independence event we've held around Scotland over the last year. But now that the crowd is dispersed, it gives me an opportunity to say just a few words about the political situation facing Scotland. 10 years ago, when I was First Minister, we had a political position where the SNP were at 50% in the polls, and independence was about 30%. And that was the basis on which we went for the first independence referendum in 2014, the so-called Edinburgh Agreement. Now we have a situation which is exactly reversed. Independence support's at 50%, and support for the SNP is roughly 35%. And we have to address that new situation to see what the best way forward is. Firstly, with independence support at 50%, Westminster is not going to easily concede another referendum if they think they're going to lose it. And if independence support goes to 60% or 70%, all it will do is reinforce Westminster's wish to block the referendum route. And the SNP support at 35% is not going to change anytime soon. The clouds around the SNP are not going to be dispersed easily. Can be done, but not quickly. So therefore, what are the tactics we should employ to make sure we don't have a reversal in independence fortunes? Right now, the Labour Party are crowing that they can win 10, 20, even 25 seats from the SNP next year. But let's say if we mobilised the independence support at 50%, instead of fighting it as a party political election with the SNP on the defensive. Let's group Scotland United for Independence. SNP, Greens, Alba, Scottish Socialists, maybe some independent candidates who support independence. Let's group that movement together at the ballot box next year to maximise the independence vote. And then the political debate will no longer be about how many nationalist MPs are lost to the Unionists, but how many of the remaining 10 Unionists will survive that Scotland United coalition. Now, the vast majority of such candidates will obviously be SNP MPs. SNP, Scotland United for Independence. But the other parties and the independents will make sure it's seen not as a party political battle, but a battle for the cause of Scotland, a battle about self-determination, where we already have 50% of the people backing us. And that ballot box opportunity for each participating party to put in their manifesto that we seek a mandate to negotiate our independence. At one bound, getting around the block on a referendum, mobilising the people's support and doing it for independence is the way forward. So in the discussions we have in our respective political parties or across the national movement, let's keep our eye on the prize of pushing this movement forward, of giving us the maximum opportunity to win next year's election for Scotland.